If someone wants to buy 10 years from your life, how much will you sell it for? Think about it. It means if you are 20 years old at the moment, you will become 30 instantaneously. Think of an actual figure. Most people will come up with the number $10 billion. Some even have bigger figures, but we accept this figure for now. If your 10 years is equivalent to $10 million, on average, it would mean $1 million a year, $2,740 a day, and $1.90 a minute. You sleep 8 hours a day, you lose $912 a day for sleeping. If you are wasting 6 hours every day, you just spent your $2.5 million on nothing in the first 10 years. Assuming that you live 80 years, 20 years will be wasted. If you're watching a 1-hour TV show, you have just lost $114. But if you watch my 6-minute video and find it helpful, it will generate more money than $11.40 in the future. If you love life, don't waste time. For time is what life is made up for. Bruce Lee. Due to the fact that we all have 24 hours a day, a president or a student. That's why we must know how to manage time so that every single moment is precious and our time is spent wisely. Today, I'm going to introduce a technique called the time management matrix, which was originally created by Stephen Covey, the author of many best-selling books such as 7 Habits of Highly Effective People and First Things First. Why are some people not only excellent in studying in school, but also have a lot of time for extracurricular activities? Why does a president have enough time to manage a country, whilst a student complains that he doesn't have time to study? You will find the answer after watching this video. Let's start. Basically, there are 4 quadrants in which any matter can be categorized based on their level of importance and urgency. We have important and unimportant things, urgent and not urgent. In quadrant 1 or Q1, we have important and urgent items. Items that need to be dealt with immediately. It's called the quadrant of necessity. For example, your baby is crying, there's a fire in the kitchen, you have a deadline, an exam tomorrow. For Q1 items, we need to manage and reduce by planning. Quadrant 2. Quadrant of effectiveness and quality. For example, doing exercise, reading books, planning for long-term development. Items in this quadrant normally do not require immediate attention but need to be planned for. Exercise, for instance, is not urgent. You don't do exercise today, no problem. However, if you're thinking about your health in long term, then that's what you need to plan for. When you realize you are overweight and your body fat percentage is over 25%, starting doing exercises would be like starting a few days just before the exam. For Q2 items, you need to focus and take priority. Quadrant 3. Quadrant of distraction. Items in this category are urgent but not important. Things you feel like you have to do now but have no contribution to your long-term goals, like seeing a new movie, attending inconsequential meetings, answering social phone calls, as well as replying some emails. For Q3 items, you need to delegate. Q4, the quadrant of waste. Items in this quadrant are neither important nor urgent. Example of this could be excessive social media, too much sleep, trivia, and other wasting time activities. For Q4 items, you need to eliminate. How do we manage time? What you can do is you need to finish Q1 first, but as quickly as possible. It should take less than 25% of your time, then spend time on Q2. At least 60% of your time should be spent on Q2, even though they are not urgent. For example, if you consider final exam is a Q2 item, you will spend more time on doing daily homework and reading materials, but if you procrastinate, exam will go to Q1. 80% of your time should be spent on Q1 and Q2. Here, there's one important thing you should keep in mind. The importance of a task varies between an individual's goals. For instance, if you want to get grade A in all subjects, playing video games 4 hours every day is a waste of time. But if you want to be a professional gamer, that is not a waste of time. If you want to become a fashion designer, watching fashion shows is useful. If you don't, it has insignificant impact on your long-term goal. That is a waste of time. Only spend 15% of your time on Q3, only after you have finished Q1 and 2, and spend minimum amount of time on Q4, maximum 5%, only when you have finished other quadrants. Average people often spend most of their time on Q3 and 4, such as excessive social media, gossiping and judging people. They prefer temporary entertainment and comfort, which have no effect on long term, but rather enjoyment in short term. As a result, they have too many items in Q1 due to their procrastination and distraction. They also don't have time for Q2, therefore always feel busy, stressed, unproductive, and cannot achieve any good results. Normal people often prioritize tasks that do not lead them to anywhere. On the other hand, highly effective people know how to manage their time by organizing their priorities. They spend a lot of time on Q2, including reading books and newspapers, watching videos closely related to their long-term goals, planning for personal development, hanging out with people whom will have great effects on their future development, taking courses that support their careers, doing exercises, eating healthy food, talking to family and relatives, and so on. So now you have learned how successful people manage their time. Get a pen and a ruler out, draw this matrix, and start putting your things into the right categories. Let's start managing your time from now on. This is Eddie Evening. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Click here if you want to see more videos like this.